You already know this feeling. Something hits you. Maybe it was a person, maybe it was a loss, maybe it was a moment where everything you had counted on simply collapsed. And in that moment you had one thought, not a noble thought, not a philosophical thought, just one raw, honest thought. I do not know if I can keep going. Everyone has been there. The difference between people who come out the other side and people who stay broken is not talent or luck. It is one thing, what you decide to do with what just happened to you, not what happened, what you do with it. That single decision is the entire difference. Difficult things are going to happen to you, not might happen, will happen to everyone, without exception, without caring how good a person you are. Most people are not ready, not because they are weak, because they have spent their lives trying to avoid difficulty rather than learning how to move through it. The result is a person whose entire inner world is controlled by their outer world. Good day, good mood. Bad day, they start falling apart. Someone treats them well. They feel worthy. Someone treats them badly. They question everything. Their sense of self rises and falls with whatever is happening around them. And the world around them does not care about them at all. This is the trap most people live inside without ever realizing it is a trap. The deeper problem is what most people believe about breaking down. They believe it means something is wrong with them, that if they were stronger, more disciplined, the thing that hit them would not have hit so hard. That belief is wrong. Being affected by difficult things is not weakness. The question is never whether something hurts. The question is what you decide to do the moment after it hurts. Most people make one of two mistakes. The first is to fight the reality of what happened, to spend enormous energy wishing things were different, arguing with circumstances that cannot be argued with. This is how people stay stuck for years inside a single moment. The second is to let what happened define what happens next, to carry the story of the bad things so completely it becomes the reason for every future failure and every future retreat. Both mistakes come from the same belief, that what happens to you determines who you are. It does not. What you do with what happens to you determines who you are. Stay with me. This story puts everything into perspective. In 165 AD, a disease arrived in the Roman Empire. It came back with soldiers returning from a campaign in the East. Nobody knew what it was. Nobody had seen anything like it. Within months, it was spreading at a speed nobody could stop. At its peak, it was killing up to 2,000 people a day in Rome alone. The total death toll over 15 years, somewhere between 5 and 10 million people. The man responsible for holding the entire empire together was its emperor. He was managing wars on multiple fronts, making decisions that affected 70 million people every day. And while he was doing all of that, the people around him were dying, his soldiers, his advisors, his friends. The streets of his city filled with the sick and the dead. His name was Marcus Aurelius. And he did not break, not because he was unaffected. We know he felt everything because he wrote it down. His private journal, what we now call meditations, was never meant to be published, written for nobody but himself. And in it, he is completely honest. He wrote about exhaustion, about grief, about doubt. He felt all of it. Then he got up anyway, because he had one clear understanding that most people never develop. He wrote it himself. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Every morning during the plague, Aurelius made a choice. Not a choice about what was happening around him, a choice about what he was going to do with what was happening. That choice, made every day without exception, is what made him unbreakable. Not his power, not his army, his response. Most people are waiting for circumstances to improve before they decide to be okay, waiting for the difficult person to change, waiting for the situation to resolve. Aurelius did not have that option. The plague did not resolve for 15 years. Here is the logical problem with waiting. The thing you are waiting on may take far longer than you think. Every day spent waiting is a day your clarity, your progress, and your peace were handed to something that does not care about any of it. Aurelius wrote that the obstacle is the way, not that obstacles can be overcome, that the obstacle itself is the path forward. This is not a motivational phrase, it is a logical observation. There is no way to become unbreakable except by being tested and choosing your response correctly. The difficulty is not blocking the process, it is the process. The moment something hits you, there is a gap, a small gap between what happened and your response to it. Most people do not know that gap exists. They react immediately, automatically, without choosing. Aurelius trained himself to live in that gap, feel the hit fully, then ask one question: is what I am about to do going to move me forward or keep me here? Not is this fair, not why is this happening? That question in the moment after the hit is the entire practice. One moment of pause between what happened and what you do next. Aurelius practiced that pause through war, plague, loss, and betrayal until it stopped being something he had to remember. It became who he was. That is available to you, not the empire, not the title, the pause. This is what Stoic clarity is built for, not to protect you from difficult things, but to make sure that when they arrive, you know exactly what to do with them. If that is the person you are trying to become, you already know what to do next. Like and subscribe. The world will hit you, it always does. The only variable is what you have decided in advance to do when it does. Aurelius decided every single morning for the rest of his life. That is why nobody could break him, and that is why you still know his name 2,000 years later.